Last time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption.
Welcome back, Samus. We're in the middle of major repairs due to the pirate attack, so excuse the mess.
Samus, we have received new data from AU-217. A planet was detected at the epicenter from where the Leviathan telemetry originated. We have named this planet Phase.
Good day, Samus. You may want to rethink heading into this section of the facility. The area beyond this door is overrun with spent phazon from the initial pirate invasion. The locking mechanism was damaged and is currently inoperable. It is scheduled for repairs, but considering what's on the other side...
That's going to open the door and allow us to proceed forward. Did it? Oh, bummer! I thought we was going to do it first time, then I got too hesitant by using the boost ball. Right, let's try it again. Yeah, these are new enemies, alright. Okay, there we go. That's going to break that open to reveal something new. Another thing for the logbook we need to scan. Make sure this you scan this. This is the only one of this in the entire game. This is a multi-lock blast shield. Oh boy! It looks like we got a boss battle! Ah, he's dead! For the penultimate time in the game. Let's twist! Pull! You're now carrying 8 energy cells. Yeah, we're going to go to Planet Bryyo. We're going to go land right here at the Federation outpost. Hello, a person here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. We are back on Planet Bryyo. Today we're going to go and get the last missile upgrade, no, the last energy cell in the game. It's a long way for the last missile upgrade. But yeah, we're going to go get the last energy cell in the game. That's going to be the focus of this episode. So you can probably tell by the length of the episode how much work is actually involved in trying to get that particular energy cell. We've got a lot of work to do, so let's not waste any more time. Let's transform to a Morphle to get down here quicker. And go through this door right here. Back into the hall here. The hidden court. So now you remember a plasma beam door that you might have seen in this room before. But I said no, I wasn't going to go through that yet until later in the game. That now is much later in the game, obviously. So we're going to be heading down that route. Any enemies in here? No? Okay. Well, have it your way then. But yeah, this will be a subject of something we're trying to do for the long term. So I'll cut out any needless wandering around to get where we need to go so that we can proceed onwards. I say that and I immediately find my way to the plasma beam door right here, which we can open with the Nova beam, let's not forget. Obviously we already scanned this door. There's no green Bryyo doors as far as I'm aware, but we are in a new room on Planet Bryyo now. And just a reminder, we have still not even seen all of the Bryonian lore in this entire game. We have seen most of the enemies though, so... They're absolutely decimated by the Nova beam. Man! It's been so long since we've been on Bryyo. Look around for any of the lore that might be around here. Not in this room. I remember there's at least one piece of lore along the passageway somewhere. Transform to a morph ball. We go through this right here. Ah, here we go. There's some Bryonian lore. We'll just read that in just a moment after we're done with the enemies. Yay, most pointless upgrades to pick up. Ship missile refills. How very kind of you, Retro. Anyway. Bryonian data translated. Salvation.
The great machines of the Science Lords perform flawlessly. They absorb the toxins and pollution in the air and soil, preserving the remaining fertile land of Bryyo. Yet the planet's climate was forever changed, leaving one side eternally scorched by the sun, the other forever in the icy grasp of darkness. The launch of the machines revealed the hidden enclave of the Science Lords to their former enemies. The bright lights in the skies, caused by decontamination equipment, stirred and old hatred in the hearts of the Primals. Fearing a new attack, the Primals sent their warriors forth to hunt their hated foes. We were now marked for death. Obviously, we do know how the story ends from other lore entries, but we were missing some of the intermittent parts that we didn't get because we didn't go to certain rooms in Bryyo. Because yeah, there are still a few rooms we haven't even seen on Planet Bryyo yet. So this area is absolutely massive and way bigger than you might have given it credit for the first time you came here. Anyway, we're going to go into this room right here to discover headpiece to one of the ancient colossal war golems. Appears to be movable. We also got a lot of fuel gel here as well. So, the reason you wanted to come here is because this headpiece is the key to getting the last energy cell in the game. But not for quite some while. Also, make sure when you start this mission, you have enough to be able to do it all the way to the end. Otherwise, it's going to be quite difficult in some situations because we use the ship grapple. So get your command visor out and scan the head right here.
Data received.
So yeah, the ship grapple was the prerequisite for doing this mission. Why have we waited now to do this to part 35 before starting this entire mission? Well, the reason is simple, is because there's actually 2 expansions in this room if you look at the map very carefully. And to get one of them, you need the hazard shield. The hazard shield can survive fuel gel. See, we're in fuel gel, but we do not take any damage whatsoever. And our movement speed is not inhibited, so it's pretty much like the gravity suit in many ways. Even being similar colour because of the corruption of Samus's current suit. Anyway, okay, we still don't jump quite as high, but anyway, here we have ourselves a missile expansion. That missile expansion was the solitary reason why I started this mission at this point of the entire game. Because it made more sense to go around and try and pick that particular power up out. But that is not all. I said that is not all, dang it. Okay, so now if we go along this route here and hit the... No, if we freeze the fuel gel, that's going to create platforms going forward for us, but not yet. So, oh yeah. Wait for these all to reset so we can do them in the proper order. Okay, so what you want to do is start on this right here, then freeze this, jump up to here. Now we're getting somewhere. And here we have ourselves. You need to move the stone golem out of the way in order to be able to get this, but you can get yourselves now another missile expansion. Man, that was quick. And we only have... I believe we only have 6 more missile expansions in the entire game to collect. So that is significant progress right there. You can try a screw attack over to this side, but I don't think you can get much beyond there. Yeah, it just knocks you down all the way into the fuel jar again. It's a good job we have the hazard shield now to prevent damage from that. So, now we've done this part, we're going to go back towards the main area of Bryyo. And you may be wondering where to go next, because there doesn't seem to be any obvious location where we require a stone golem head. That's because we haven't actually been to it yet. If you look at the area of the map, you notice there's a door from this room right here. A few power-ups around and a link to Fallen Jungle. We're finally going to see that all play out now in full. And also, is that an energy cell I see over there? Yeah, the energy cell we're trying to get is in this room. But it still requires quite a bit more work to actually obtain. So yeah, don't expect it for some time. I'm going to see you back in the room with Samus's ship, and then we will proceed onwards. Okay, we're back in this room. Because your ship has the Colossus head, you cannot call it here.
Data received.
Just thought I'd show that off. Okay, so what you want us to do is, we finally get to go through this door right here. Bet you've been wondering what's beyond this door. The answer is another door! Yep! So, we've got more of these guys again. I'm a bit tired of seeing you. We still have some missing enemies in our Bryyo logbook actually. I need to be able to try and find them somewhere. Actually, we are coming up on one of them. I'm sorry, what? Oh. I was standing right on top of that enemy. No wonder. So I think the architecture of this hall is merging into what was like in Fallen Jungle. That's interesting to see. So, there's a pretty major area in Bryyo that we haven't even seen yet. And it's right through this door here. Welcome to the Hall of the Golems. And there's a really annoying enemy in here that I really want to make your attention to. This guy up here is Fargle Hatcher, able to jam incoming missiles. Mouth is vulnerable to attack. Within a Fargle Hatcher's maw is an organ cluster that is vulnerable to attack, but only when exposed. Fargle Hatchers are capable of giving birth to dozens of young in a matter of moments. Those offspring will immediately swarm in on any nearby attacker. Their skin is incredibly resilient and will deflect most weapon fire. Yeah, these guys are pretty annoying. But also, don't forget to scan these guys too. These are Fargle Wasps, protective of parent bioform, capable of self-detonation. Fargle Wasps are highly protective of their parent Hatcher. Even moments after birth, they will swarm together and attack any nearby organism. They are often used as a defense mechanism by the Fargle Hatcher, and as a result, few live to adulthood. Right, let's try and get rid of all these here. First priority in this room should be to kill the Fargle Hatcher, so we're going to just do that, because there's a lot going on in this room, as you can see, but we will go over that in just a moment. Use the screw attack to go over that. Now wait for it to open its mouth. Because you cannot kill it unless it opens its mouth. But it only ever opens its mouth to deploy Fargle Wasps. There we go. Ah, we're using hyper mode. Probably be easier. Come on. Not even hyper mode can break open its armor. And it took so long that we're into corrupt hyper mode and lost my entire aim. Whoops. Okay. Gel pouring too rapidly to be frozen for any amount of time, unable to freeze directly. Really? Yeah, try as we might, we cannot freeze that. Scan complete. Magnetic wheel system is currently offline and currently unusable. Door is still shut. High temp vulnerability detected. Unable to destroy directly? What is going on in this room? Well, this room has an interesting gimmick. It unfortunately has required us to kill all 3 of the other hunters in order to be able to complete. And I was mentioning earlier, but the 3 hunters have different elemental themes. Rundus is ice, Gore is fire, and Gandrader is electricity. That manifests in their power-ups, the ice missile, the plasma beam, and the grapple voltage. And nowhere is that best underlined in this room right here. Before we read a bit more, do anything with these golems, I want to shoot this lore right here. Right, up, left. And more Bryoian lore. Victory.
We, the Lords of Science, mishandled the use of our knowledge. The devastation of the war robbed us of the rare resources necessary to fuel our war engines. Without our machines, we were unable to stand up to the primal armies, and they overran the enclaves of many science lords. What few remained fled into dark places, polluted wastelands. Even the bravest of primal warriors will not dare enter. Whatever joy there may have been amongst the victorious was quickly stamped out by the grim reality surrounding them. Bryyo, their cradle, their sacred home, was on the verge of death. So, in regards to Bryoian lore, that's not lore, we have 2 missing lore entries for Bryyo, which we should be able to find around the area somewhere. Now I want to draw your attention to the main gimmick of this area. These stone statues right here. Also this thing here. So, the first one I want to do is going round... okay, actually first of all I want to use the grapple voltage on here. So this right here, you can see a grapple voltage panel. So let's do just that. That has destroyed the panel. So this is kind of related to things that are going on now, because what we do now is to we can't use the grapple voltage on the generator there. We had to use it on the stone golem. Use it on the stone golem instead. So yeah, Gandrader Golem has created a bunch of spiderable tracks that we can roam around on. Another reason why I waited until this point of the game to do it, so that we can use the grapple voltage to take advantage and get this particular power up. Now, these spiderable tracks do revolve around the doors, so you can take that into account when going around here. Now, watch yourself very carefully on this one. Drop down here. This is quite a clever puzzle, actually. So I haven't actually used the boost ball yet, but letting go and getting back onto the spiral track again is one of the more inventive things you do with the spiral power up. So knowing how to do that is quite important, really. So you have to have your timing right, otherwise you will have to do this all over again. Now you need to use the boost ball to go through here. This puzzle has it all, diet. Okay, this one's particularly tricky. You need to do a double bomb jump while attached to the spider ball. So, if you don't know how to bomb jump, well, you won't be able to get 100%. And apparently I can't bomb jump this section either. There we go. That's the most tricky part of it all, but once you've done that, the rest is easy, and we should be able to claim ourselves another missile expansion. Just 5 more in the entire game to obtain. Okay, on to the next one. We're going to go ahead and scan you here.
Security clamp in place. High temp weaponry could probably destroy the clamp. I think you're sensing a pattern here. So as you can see, they all have elemental themes that require you use these golems to get past stuff that our weapons would normally be able to deal with. That's going to open the way forward, which we are going to take. We have more Bryonian lore right here. Decline.
Forgotten in exile, a creature of myth. I, the last Lord of Science, work tirelessly to protect myself in this world. I crafted magics and machines to bring life back to the wastelands. I found a new source of natural energy in the land. I call it fuel gel. I vow to atone for the devastation inflicted upon Bryyo, caused by both science and war.
The Bryonian voice is a bit uncomfortable in my mouth for whatever reason. Anyway. We have a giant stone golem here. But he's without a head. What are we going to do about that? I mean, if only we could give him a head somehow. I mean, it's not like we're already carrying a head with our ship, right? It's not like we could just use the command visor, put it down over here, and that will solve the solution, right? And our reward for all of that is ship missile expansion. Okay, I'm back now, so let's proceed onwards. Now that we've put the Colossus head, we can proceed onwards through this room right here. And we're going to more ambient sounds. We have a spinner right here. Spinner system controls the rotation of a walkway structure. Enter the spinner to operate. So, if you're going to here, you need to do this, by the way, if you want to get the energy cell. This is very important that you do this. So that's going to make half a walkway. There's another half over there. So how do you get to the other half? Wait a minute. This leads into a fallen jungle. How convenient. Also, while you are in this room, take note of these screw attack walls right here. These things move back and forward. So you need to wait for them to move close. And then completely fall off the edge. No, 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 don't do that. So what you have to, what you do is you wait until they're moving towards you here. And then wall jump your way up. Do it quickly. That wasn't quick enough. But I bet you can see what the prize up there was. Yep, it's an energy tank. Finally, a 12 energy tank. That's going to make doing the final boss quite a bit easier, isn't it? Well, okay, I will mention now. Very important to note, the amount of energy tanks you do collect in this game is pretty much irrelevant by the end of it because of what happens at the end, which I will not spoil, but, well, if you already played this game before, I mean, it is a 13-year-old game by this point, but if you have played the game, you know what happens. But I feel like the amount of energy tanks you require to get in this game are pretty much rendered irrelevant by what happens towards the end, and I don't think they affect the amount of health you actually have by that point. But I'll go into more detail once we learn what that actually is, which won't be until the very end of the LP. Having said, we're near the end of this LP anyway. We've only got about 5 more episodes to go after this one, if my calculations are correct. Okay, so we're going to head back to the Hall of the Golems now. And the Fargle hatches were spawned. Great. 1 second while I just secure this guy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've saved the best hunter for last. We're going to do Rundus's Golem. We've done Gandrada Golem, we've done Gore Golem. Now let's use Rundus's weapon, the Ice Missiles, to get inside this Golem right here. A Golem for each of our major weapon systems. That's going to create a frozen set of waterfalls, which we can then use to traverse the way forward. Wow, that was an epic fail. Okay, let's try and do this properly this time. Perhaps you need to screw attack onto the waterfalls, because that seems like the most reasonable thing to do regarding that. I am failing epically at this. There we go, got on there. Right, so now all we need to do is jump up onto here and go through this room right here. We're in another room on Planet Bryyo. This one's more of a morphball tunnel. If we roll through this section, we should come into a big maze. A maze of fuel gel known there. So there's our missile expansion. So in order to get it, we need to... Well, we can't do that. Okay. So, oh yeah, what we have to do is to bomb this right here. That creates a passage forward. Now, if you want to go forward in the passage, you can do so, but we're going to go back this way because reasons. And also because, well, now we have the hazard shield, we're immune to fuel gel, so this is going to be a fair bit easier to do. Right, I think I try to remember how you do this, because it's like... Oh yeah, you go around this way. Oh yeah, these are alive. So you just do this very quickly. Blow this open. That opens a passageway back. Blow this open. Get damage to the process, because why not? Destroy the pill bugs, because why not? Destroy more fuel gel, open a shortcut back. And on this golem right here, we need to do a double bomb jump. Or a springboard bomb jump. And collect ourselves another missile expansion. Nearly got them all now. There are a few that we will need to be getting off. I think most of the power up, I think all the missile expansions that we've mainly been missing are actually on Planet Bryyo, because we never came this way before. But there is I think at least one on the Valhalla when we get to that, and there's, I'm not sure about the Pirate Homeworld, because we're still missing power ups on that place as well. Destroyed you. Through this tunnel right here. Now, is that it? Yeah. No, that's not law. The law's right here. Bottom right, down, bottom left. Here it is, the last Bryonian law in the game. Struggle of Exiles.
As the followers of the primal tradition celebrated their victory, a number of surviving science lords gathered in a hidden sanctuary. It was there that our foolishness became obvious, and we regretted ignoring the Choser's warning. We realized the folly of following the ways of science with blind faith, and the peril of all Bryyo. The contamination left from the battles was spreading and would soon scour the remaining fertile lands, leaving naught but ash. If left unaided, Bryyo would lose what few safe lands and water remained. Once more, our great minds turned to a grand task: planetary salvation. As our enemies searched for the last of us, the last lords of science, we created our final machines and launched them into the heavens. And that was the story of Planet Bryyo. Really interesting story, and just shows how civilizations can go off the beaten track somewhat. Anyway, back in this room, shoot these two locks right here and that'll create a bridge. Outgoing bridge that allows us to use a grapple point right here and create a much easier route along the path. Which is probably how you're supposed to easily get up here in the first place now that I think about it, but oh well. We've had an alternate way using screw attack, so that's good enough for me. Okay, so what we need to do now is to go to Fallen Jungle, which seems kind of out of the way of where you're actually trying to aim for, but trust me, this is what you want to be doing. So I shall cut the video right here, and I shall see you in Fallen Jungle. Okay, we're in Fallen Jungle now, so we're going to go proceed onwards. I'm cutting it a bit short of where we need to be. There are a few phasoids around here. None of these are particularly what we really need to see. But there is a red phasoid coming up, which is why I have cut short of where we actually need to be for our current main missions, because I won't be able to get this red phasoid coming up. And corrupted. Of course. I also want to try and get that Icy Rep to the Side friend voucher. I want to make sure that's something we do before we leave Planet Bryyo. So definitely be looking to do that. Okay, so here it is. These should have the red one of these should split into a red phasoid. So we're just going to stay in hyper mode for now, so be immune to their attacks. But it wasn't this one. I think it's you are the red. There's the red phasoid. There we go. Got the gold credit for defeating that red phasoid. Well, that was a close one, but we still defeated all the phasoids, so more energy spent, I guess. Fortunately, we have 12 energy tanks, so it's not really that big. You're still around, aren't you? Is there anything behind this, actually? I want to check. Okay, no. We thought now that we could, remember to stand a chance. We have the rather humorous ship from before. So, back to that really annoying area where we had to try and disable some anti-aircraft turrets. Street bats here, if you haven't scanned them yet, make sure you can scan them, but they've been available for a while. So what we're going to do now is go through this way, going to the left. Make sure you've opened up the shortcut from earlier before, because you're going to need it to be able to quickly get back this way. Otherwise you're just going to go the real long way around in order to get where we need to go. Have we seen you guys before? Yeah, okay, never mind. Shark bugs. Okay, let's go through here into an old space pirate territory. Take the lift up, down I mean, up, down, all around. And now we're back in this room right here. I want to draw your attention to this thing right here.
Turns out we can use the ship grapple beam on it. So let's lift it up.
Data received.
Okay, let's proceed into this tunnel right here, because lifting up created a passageway. And oh hey, where are we now? Yeah, you might have thought there's a bit of a problem here, because using the ship grapple beam means we cannot use our ship. So therefore this bridge is actually what connects Thorn Jungle to the main Bryyo area, and is actually required in order to get that last energy cell. So we're going to proceed ahead to get it. Back in this room right here. We got the Fargle Hatcher there again. Let's kill it again, because it'll just be annoying otherwise. Okay, now that thing's dead, we're going to go ahead and go back through this route that we took earlier. Or maybe not, because I cannot make that jump for the life of me. Okay, I changed my mind and decided to go the much easier route to get back into this area, because we just need to get back here really. So what we want to do now is to make our way upwards. We want to follow this path right here. Screw attack along to this way. Boost ball. Now we have a passageway over here. And if we use our command visor, not here, but we have some cargo that we can now put onto here. Finally, we are back where we needed to be. It was right near the start, but a wild goose chase leads us all the way to here, and we can finally pick up the energy cell here. Okay, so we finally revealed our final energy cell. So for the final time in the game, let's twist, pull. 9 energy cells. Also with a Sean Connery impression there for a moment. So yeah, I almost shed a tear. That was the last time we ever got to do that with the energy cells. We now have all 9 energy cells in the game, and as of such we can get everything in the GFS Valhalla. But we're not going to go to the Valhalla just yet. We have unfinished business here on Bryyo, so I will see you at Samus's ship in just a moment, where we will end off the episode. Okay, so after that wild goose chase, we're back over here. Now we're not done on Planet Bryyo yet, but I will be taking the ship to different parts of Planet Bryyo to help, because in the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, we're going to go around and get everything that we haven't got yet on Planet Bryyo. including a certain icy friend voucher that continues to elude us. So, I shall see you on the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, please share this video and this LP with your friends so you get more people watching it, and hit that notification bell so you get new uploads as and when they come out. Also follow me on Twitter at GenericAperson for different ramblings on various different subjects, video gaming, football related, and among other many interests that I have. Thank you for watching this episode. I've been A Person, goodbye.